Well, they call it March Madness for a reason. Well, it's time to actually be mad. The NCAA denied Kaedin Robinson's waiver. What does that mean? A top transfer target in the portal for the Bruins is not coming to play wide receiver this year. What?
You are Locked On UCLA, your daily podcast on the UCLA Bruins. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to this episode of Locked On UCLA. I'm Anderson-Yoxsimer, your host of this podcast. Thanks for making this show your first listen each and every day. It's free wherever you get your podcast and it's available on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, download. Thanks for your support. This episode is brought to you by Nissan, the all-new 2025 Nissan Armada. Stay with us for the Armada Team of the Week later in this emergency episode. Where do we get started? Well, not good news. You know, if you were already a little frustrated with UCLA losing in the Big Ten tournament, you're not going to like the news that came out earlier. I was busy. I missed it, but now we're on top of it. Kaedin Robinson, the transfer from App State, who's going to follow Joey Aguilar, be his top target at two different spots, was petitioning to get an extra year of eligibility. Like a lot of these players, the Diego Pavia rule, where you got the JUCO year, these players were looking to maybe get that one extra year in 2025. Well, Aguilar got that, and Kaedin Robinson did not get the same appeal. He posted on his socials saying, "Unfortunately, my eligibility waiver was denied by the NCAA, but I'm so grateful for every moment of my journey and the support I've received. He is rehabilitating his knee, and he is going to go to the NFL draft in 2025. Can't wait to see what his future holds." So UCLA is losing out on a potential top target here in 2025, which means even if Robinson would have come, looks like he was still rehabbing his knee. What does UCLA have now? They got Quasi Gilmer. They have Jadon Wilson coming in the portal from Arkansas. They have Mikey Matthews via Burl Toller III, the new wide receivers coach for UCLA, bringing his former player from Cal down to UCLA. And then you've got Quasi Gilmer. You've got Rico Flores Jr., who's out for all of spring ball. And now the Bruins are left without Joey Aguilar's favorite target. Seemed like a 1A, 1B conversation. You have your top target, a strong vertical threat, would make great catches, could go deep down the field. And now it seems like UCLA is somewhat losing that J. Michael Sturdivant replacement potential in Robinson. Rico Flores Jr. is a guy that would have filled in because he already had the starting spot over Logan Loya, got hurt, and we never heard from him, and Logan Loya started for the majority of the year. And now we're like, okay, we know Gilmer is good. Does this mean Titus Mokia-Atimalala is going to break out this year? I'm not entirely sure, but UCLA is mixing in a quarterback with these receiving targets. You thought they'd have a stacked room. Now you're going to lean on the youngsters heading into 2025, mixing with a couple of new guys. It happens 2 weeks before spring practice starts, but it's unfortunate that in a day and age where I didn't know the NCAA was even turning down waivers. I thought these kids could play 5 to 6 years. It seems like, right? You have John Tonje for Wisconsin, who's like in his sixth year playing basketball. Kaedin Robinson, who began back in like 2019, you mix in JUCO, you mix in the COVID year, and at some point people say, well, you've got to run out of eligibility. But the NCAA has seemingly stopped that stance of the 4 years and the 5 years to play 4 years, whatever model you want to use. JUCO doesn't count towards your NCAA eligibility because of NIL. But he got denied, and that's kind of frustrating because this would have been a good piece that was already familiar with the quarterback, that already had some chemistry from a previous stop, and they put up big numbers. They went far with App State. It sucks. It really sucks. Now, I hope he gets healthy and prepared for the NFL draft, but it does suck losing something like that. Of course, to the NCAA of all things, right? Like, they're the most perfect organization that when Diego Pavia was saying, all right, I want an extra year, and they couldn't stop it, like they haven't been able to stop anything, right? We're directly paying athletes. The transfer portal's out of control. NIL's out of control. Conference realignment's out of control. Scheduling, CFP, everything. Expansion of the NCAA tournament. It seems like it's all out of control. And it's just like they've set this precedent, and then some of these kids get hope, and then you have to deny the waivers. They're maybe like, okay, you've played a lot of years. You started your college career pre-2020. I can understand, okay, that's a little wild, but how are they just going to start just like, all right, yes, no, maybe so? It doesn't seem like it's a case-by-case basis where it's very much the same. It didn't seem like they were going to deny any waivers, but here we are talking about it. Let's go over Kaedin Robinson's numbers overall at App State. I'm going to pull them up in just a second, but this is just frustrating in the highest order. He is a 6'2 receiver, hailing from North Carolina, went to UCF, was a first-team All-Sun Belt selection, an All-Sun Belt selection in 2023, and started in all 14 games, had a season-ending injury after starting the first 9 for App State in 2024, led the team in receptions and yards, 53 catches, 840 yards, 2 touchdown passes, was 10th in the country in receiving yards per game and 2nd in his conference. That's crazy. He had 75 receiving yards in 8 of his first 9 games, the 9 games that he played. Could go deep. In the year prior, he had 10 touchdown catches, 67 catches overall, and 905 yards, where in a rainstorm in 2023 at App State, 118 yards in a downpour in a bowl game. 100 yards in a mud bowl, basically. So this guy knew how to play in poor weather, was dominant, and moving around in different places, he always put up numbers. Dating back to 2019 at ASA Brooklyn, and then he was an NJCAA All-American honorable mention. Yeah, it's just frustrating, all right? He didn't have that fall season in 2020, trying to utilize that next year, and he still gets it cut. Yeah, you would think with the JUCO clock, it started in that 2019-2020 era. I know the NCAA is trying to look. It's just frustrating. This kid was really good. Now, if he's still rehabilitating his knee injury, maybe it's a blessing in disguise that we didn't know how healthy he was overall, right? In his career at App State, from Sunbelt first teamer, a Sunbelt all Sunbelt performer in 23, an honorable mention in 2022. He was number 8 at App State in school history for catches. He was number 7 in school history for yards, and top 10 in the FBS era, top 5 in the FBS era for App State, and touchdown receptions. Was fantastic. He literally was injured on a touchdown catch in his last career collegiate game. Like, he is a baller who could go make plays. So it does suck. Now, I remember last year was the thought maybe the deepest room for UCLA was the receiver room, even though it was a complicated offense. It sucks that they're losing a key piece. They do have 2 transfer pieces. The transfer class goes down to below 20. So this is what I believe to be the 3rd or 4th transfer now that UCLA's lost. Completely different reasoning, right? Not that, they had a change of heart. They lost the NIL commitment, went somewhere else instead. No. Very frustrating that it came down to this. And I wish if this kid were healthy, he could have played with his quarterback, could have been an older duo, could have put up numbers. And I think he was hoping to utilize this next year as a building year for the NFL draft because he was still becoming a healthier receiver. Because if he's going to the draft process and he's hurt, he probably wants one more college year. You see all these JUCO kids getting extra years. He was a JUCO kid, lost his 2020 year. And of course, he would love to finish his 24 year and go pro. But instead, hey, maybe he can go play one more year, get some NIL bucks, make some cash, have some good rapport with the quarterback that he already has, and be healthy and go into the draft in 26. Instead, he's got to do that in 25, maybe be an unsigned free agent. I don't know what the mock draft has him at specifically. That's not what I really had in mind. But that's probably what his mindset was. Make a little cash, go to UCLA, go to California, follow the quarterback. It seems like it was going to be a match made in transfer portal heaven. Doesn't seem to be the case. Does not seem to be the case. Frustrating that UCLA gets burned by the NCAA. I'm not sure you could have gotten burned by the NCAA. Even schools that have literally cheated in recent years, investigated by the FBI, aren't getting burned anymore by this thing called the NCAA. Ridiculous. I think the receiver room will be just fine, but it doesn't make me any less frustrated or disappointed that they're going to lose a potentially key piece to their transfer class that is slowly getting much smaller. All right, you had plus 20, building. It's all right, you lose this piece, you lose that piece, you lose another piece. It's not what you want right before spring practice. Alas, the guys who are going to spring practice now know there's one extra spot to compete for. Rico Flores is not going to be healthy for spring practice or let alone fall camp. Deshaun Foster told that to the media a long time ago. So there's a lot of receiving spots open, at least two, up for grabs. Now, there might be guys shoot in as complete number one options in those spots. The slot outside on the other side. We'll see what happens. But a frustrating day for UCLA football-wise, basketball-wise, and we just got to regroup. Hopefully it'll be okay, but that's just the news of the day. Darn you, NCAA. Your home should reflect your style, and with Wayfair, it's easier than ever to make that happen. Whether you're looking for a simple refresh or tackling a big home project, Wayfair has everything you need in one place. Wayfair's huge selection makes it easy to find the perfect piece no matter your space or budget. Cozy furniture, stylish decor, kitchen essentials, and outdoor must-haves. Wayfair has it all at prices that fit your budget. If you want to find that perfect piece, maybe you're looking for the rug that ties together the living room. And there's plenty of stylish options at a great price. Head over to wayfair.com and find something that's just your style today. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trade, Supply House. Whether you're into plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need, delivered fast from coast to coast. And if you need help with an order, Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading services. So if you always talk to a real person. And the trade pros that are looking for extra edge, there's a free Trade Master program that offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Make it now your time. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use the promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. March Madness is here, and FanDuel is giving you the chance to get in on the action like never before. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. Again, that's $200 extra bucks to use on everything from buzzer beaters to Cinderella stories to even who's cutting down the nets. Whether you want to use the app, it's super easy to use. Tournament games are going to be happening almost every day for the next few weeks. There's something exciting always to bet on. There's no waiting around to get your money. You get paid instantly. Visit FanDuel.com to get in on the college hoops action all tournament long. All right, that's going to do it for us here on Locked On UCLA. A rough day. Basketball tickets and medals. We're waiting for Selection Sunday. And here, Kaedin Robinson has his eligibility denied by the NCAA with his waiver due to the JUCO Diego Pavia rule. Apparently, he started too soon, the COVID year, all that. Didn't really seem cool with the NCAA. Thought everything flew with them. Apparently not that. So screw them. Until then, hands up, Bruins fans. A-clap time. Spring practice starts in 2 weeks. Just means more kids get the opportunity to compete for a starting spot. Sucks for Kaedin Robinson, though. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, UCLA. UCLA, fight, fight, fight. This has been Locked On UCLA. Zach signing off. Go Bruins.